Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com. I'm here with Barrett Christy from Mervin Manufacturing. She's a legend, a living legend, you know that?
Oh, geez.
Oh my gosh. But she's going to walk us through her current model board and the technology updates that it has in comparison to her first board that came out in the 95-96 season.
Exactly.
Wow, so what's the story with you, Mervin Manufacturing, Lib Tech, and GNU? Like you've been involved since the early 90s.
Yeah, since 1993, I got my first Lib Tech board, and thanks to our Rocky Mountain rep at the time, and I was living in Colorado, he flowed me a Lib Tech Acme.
All right.
And at the time, I had been riding like older K2s and some just variety of whatever I could get my hands on.
Right.
And so it was the first time I really had a board that I was like, wow, this is sized right. It's a little aggressive, but compared to what I was riding, it was just like, it changed snowboarding for me.
So in 94, 95, you designed a board, but it wasn't a Barrett Christy Pro model. What's the backstory with that?
Yeah, I mean, I had been through the Acme and some smaller Jamie Lynn boards, and GNU had come back into the Mervin fold under Pete and Mike's direction, and I got to work with them on a smaller board that I had complained like the libs were just a little too torsionally stiff, okay, and the construction was like kind of meant for smaller guys and powerful riders, and I felt like I just needed something that I could just play with a little more. And the Stupid Cap series was sort of taking the lib technology and making it more consumer friendly, and GNU did the Stupid Cap series, and they offered me a smaller size to help work on, and I got to do the graphic for it. Basically it was like, okay, I was visiting the factory and they're like, yeah, I think we could do a smaller one for you, but we need a graphic, can you do that today? And so I had colored pencils and like construction paper and had to come up with something, and it looks like a 10-year-old did it, but the only graphic I've ever done now after all these years, it was my artwork on that
Was
piece.
that one?
Yeah.
and then we kind of get introduced into this one, the first ever Barrett Christy Pro, 95-96, a Flying Pigs. Now this is an iconic board because isn't this the first female pro board ever?
No, it wasn't. It was Mervin's first pro model female board, but it was about that time, like the year before. Shannon Dunn had a Sims pro model with the sunflower. Yeah. And so it was definitely like there was this momentum in women's snowboarding, and shortly after she went from Sims to Burton, and they did a board with her and the Feel Good series, and definitely had a pretty powerful women's team. Tina Bassage had a Kemper Pro model.
That's right.
Sims. They were jumping around sponsors a bit, but so it was early on. It was in the first batch, but yeah, the first GNU women's pro model.
Yeah, cap construction and has pigs. Why the pigs? What's the story with the pigs?
You know, I just always loved pigs and rainbows. When pigs fly, right? Like nobody thinks that's like symbolic of something that only happens in your dreams. And so for me, having a pro model and calling myself a professional snowboarder was kind of one of those pie in the sky dreams that only didn't seem like it would be a reality, but suddenly it was.
You fast forward to 2019-2020 season, which we're in. You have this board, the B Pro. You guys have been working with Board for Breast Cancer for the last decade. A portion of the proceeds of every board go to the foundation. Mm-hmm. How does this board perform in comparison to how this board performs?
Oh my gosh.
What does this board feel like to ride, and then how has your style, your skill, and everything else evolved into riding a shape and construction like this?
Yeah, I mean, everything's changed since this. For this era, this was a pretty awesome board. I mean, this board, I did great. I mean, I had an awesome time on this board, and it changed the game for me yet again. But like, if only we knew then what we know now about equipment. I mean, it wasn't just the board, it was the boots and bindings and everything. Like, there's no way I could step into that setup now, and it'd be tough. Maybe the board, but like all of that combined made snowboarding so challenging. I'm surprised we did what we did. But the more I got involved and got to work with these guys and compared and contrasted different boards in GNU and Lib, like, the opportunity came from this to do like a couple more models, and it's evolved over the years to the B Pros being in the line and being kind of like a premium construction story and like a more aggressive competitor's board. But there's, you know, a whole lot of other options around it.
Yeah.
This is cap construction. It gave the board a real torsional rigidity, and you know, at the time, just going straight and doing big jumps, like that worked for me. But I mean, I've since like learned to love turning a lot more and riding the whole mountain, and so like this board has evolved. It's no longer cap, sandwich construction, as all of our boards are, but they're more lightweight and they've got a more refined flex pattern, so it's not just stiff all throughout. I mean, there's, you know, enough lift in the nose due to the reverse camber, the camber hybrid technology that's like changed snowboarding in our industry for sure. And so you can have the stability of the nose and tail, but still have the lift when you need it, and the pop. So like, I mean, yeah, if I could have ridden this then, maybe I could have dragged my career on a little longer.
Well, I don't know if, well, think like however many years it is from 90, 95, 96, or like earlier to now. It's like, that's you and Shannon have the longest running careers, you know, still, like, you know, Victoria maybe.
Yeah, I mean, our careers have changed. I mean, Shannon has raising kids, as am I, and like, you know, we're still, I mean, we love snowboarding, so like there are some people who just got away from it and probably left with maybe a bitterness, and like thanks to sponsor relationships like Mervin, like I didn't have bitterness. I just moved on from one area of snowboarding to another, and still really enjoy it and love working with the crew of women and boys, men in snowboarding, and like developing boys, they're all boys, and developing product that works for them, and like, and you know, I have kids, so like we've definitely put a little more into, as Mike and Pete do too, and put more into our like product for kids and groms, and yeah, I mean, I have fun with it, and I wouldn't say I have a pro snowboarding career anymore. Like, it's definitely evolved, but I'm really thankful that snowboarding is still a part of it.
Yeah, it's so cool to see Mervin Manufacturing, Lib Tech, and GNU really hold on and harness and support their team riders throughout their careers, and then past their careers, kind of such as yourself.
Yeah, I don't know any other company that's had as many like long careers within the team, and then like people who stick around and want to work with the brand afterwards. And yeah, it's Mike and Pete, like, and the foundation of Mervin, like the family feel, and just the passion behind it all, you know.
Well, Barrett, thank you so much for sitting down.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's so much fun to see this evolution, both in yourself as an individual, as a rider, and then the products that you ride from the first one to the most recent one. It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. We're going to be out here at Mervin for another couple of days, so check it out. Peace.